Hello, guys. How's let me just adjust the camera. How's the quarantine going? Hey, I am going to give people a couple minutes to get on here. I'm going to pull this up on my phone so I can see comments because I'm not wearing my glasses, so I don't want to be squinting. Um, but wanted to come on today and talk about oils. And I kind of wanted to show you guys what I've got in my personal collection. And the and just answer some questions you guys have. I know I haven't been open and stuff, and I usually field a lot of questions from people when they come in, and I've not been able to really do that because I am not allowed to be open. So I should be able to see comments and stuff, so let me know that you're here, and as I see you pop on, I'll say hi. If you have questions about essential oils, aromatherapy, that's what we're talking about today. And where's my hope you guys have been seeing some of my other live videos. I did a crystal video selling some crystals. I did volume. Okay, now I can see comments. Yeah, I did a video where we showed you guys sort of the crystal inventory because I got some new stuff in. Mallory and I did some live videos last Friday, and we talked a lot about candles and smudging and some other stuff. We talked about CBD, which, by the way, I am going to be doing a separate video on CBD. I'm going to talk a little bit about it today, but we're going to do CBD on another day this week. I will touch on CBD today, so don't feel like you can't ask questions about that because you can. But yeah, so let me know if you guys are watching. Let me know what questions you have. This is a Q&A for you guys. If you look, which side is it on? It's over here. If you see this, the little red live thing here, that means we're watching live, so you can ask questions, and I'll be able to answer them in real time. If you don't see that little live thing here, that means you're watching the replay, and that's fine too. You can also ask questions via replay because I will get notifications of those. You guys are also always welcome to send me messages, ask questions that way. Just to give you guys a quick update what's going on with the shop. So because I'm not allowed to be open due to the quarantine, my shop is in Allegheny County, and the governor doesn't consider what I do critical. So I'm not permitted to have my doors open to the public, which is fine. That's fine. But what I have been doing is scheduling virtual shopping trips with people. So if there's things that you need or oils that you want, you just schedule a time with me and I can video chat with you from the shop. I have been shipping out orders every day. In the evening, I hit the post office before I go home for the night, and I've been able to continue to mail orders to customers and stuff. So while it has slowed me down as far as being open, it has not. I'm still able to get you guys the stuff that you're looking for from the shop. So candles, oils, all of that. We're also still doing readings and Reiki, and those are coming through via phone messaging or video chat or telephone calls, whatever works for you. All of my readers are still available and able to do readings. So I will be sure after I'm done with the video here to post that information as well. But you just need to shoot me a message and let me know if you want to schedule something with one of them, and I can get you in contact with them. Aside from that, I guess we'll just give it a couple minutes for some people to come on. Let me know how you guys have been faring with this quarantine. What have you guys been doing? How have you guys been taking care of yourselves? I talked last week when I did my video with Mallory, we talked a little bit about self-care. The last video we did for the day was self-care. And it was a good talk. It was a good talk. We touched a little bit on oils and self-care then. But I realized that there's probably a lot of questions that you guys are coming across. You may have been seeing posts about people saying the coronavirus can be cured with oils, or that you can use the essential oils to help combat the virus itself. So I want to touch a little bit on some misconceptions about aromatherapy, misconceptions about essential oil use, and just what are the best ways that you guys can use oils. Yeah, so all of that. So if you guys have questions, don't feel free to drop a comment for me. I will get to your questions. So I brought some of my stuff because I am at home right now. So I brought some of my collection here. These are the oils that I use almost daily. These are oils that are part of my medicine cabinet, part of my self-care routine. These are just oils that I like to keep in the house that I find really helpful. So I just wanted to talk a bit about those. I have quite a few here. And I guess we'll just start there. And then if you guys have questions about any of this stuff, let me know. Drop your comments. Make sure that you guys, if you're watching, invite your friends also. Tag people, invite your friends to the live feed, share it. The more we can get information out there, the better. And I really, really super appreciate the support you guys have been giving me since we closed down, and how you guys have really helped take care of my business. And I appreciate that. I appreciate every like, every share, every comment, and every sale. And I appreciate all of you. Hi, Jen. See, Jen's watching. I have quite a few people starting to come onto the live. So all right, so I'm gonna start sort of plowing through some of my oils, and then I have a new product I want to share with you guys that I think will make you smile. So okay, so the first oil that I want to talk about is lavender. And lavender is kind of like this is like the basic oil. Everyone should have lavender in their medicine cabinet. I personally, let me know if you guys love lavender or not. I personally think it smells like feet, so I'm not a huge fan of the smell itself. I can do lavender in small doses, but I am no good when it comes to just straight lavender. That is, that's my personal preference, and everyone has a different nose, and everyone smells differently, and smells have different meanings and different reactions for people. So lavender is a basic one that I always keep. Lavender. Hi, Allison. Yes, lavender. And so lavender is fantastic for healing skin. So cuts, scrapes, burns, rashes. Lavender is perfect for helping to heal skin. Lemon and peppermint. Yeah, that's a good blend. A lot of people use that blend for allergies. There's actually some other oils that I'll talk about too with regard to allergies. I don't think I don't have any of those. I don't have the bottle here, but I do. It's up here. So I'm going to talk about that blend shortly. But lavender is really good at healing skin contusions or cuts, scrapes, rashes, burns. It's excellent on burns. That's actually where a lot of lavender's healing properties were discovered, was through the healing of burns. And lavender is also actually a really good expectorant. And an expectorant is a big word for inducing coughs, right? So we use certain medicines as expectorants. It helps loosen the chest up and helps make coughs more productive. So if you do end up with a cough, or you do end up struggling with chest congestion or even sinus congestion, lavender can help loosen up some of that congestion in the chest. So lavender is a great one. And I'm going to talk shortly about, maybe I'll talk about this with every oil, but there's a lot of different ways that you guys can use essential oils, and I want to touch on some of my favorite ways to use them, and also some ways I think that you guys will find these helpful. One thing before I continue I want to touch on is safety. So anytime you're using essential oils, particularly if they're undiluted, right? So if you get these pure, undiluted, like concentrated essential oils, you want to make sure you're diluting these, and you can diluting them. Let's get something straight, right? So diluting an oil does not mean that you are making it less effective. It doesn't become less effective by dilution. It just merely becomes safer. So on their own, essential oils are what we call volatile. And what that essentially means is that they evaporate quickly. So what we want to do, and they're also very concentrated. And so when you use them on your skin, in a concentrated form, they can cause rashes, they can cause skin irritation, and that can happen the first time or that can happen the 50th time. There's no real rhyme or reason to how the body responds to an essential oil. If you're using essential oils daily or you're overusing them, oh, I see Jennifer's asking on the feet. You can use on the feet. Let's talk about feet in just a minute here, because there's an interesting thing that I want to point out to you guys about feet. That's usually what I hear people recommend is feet. But let me finish real quick with the safety stuff. So pure essential oils that are concentrated should be diluted. They should be diluted for two reasons. One, to protect the skin. And what we dilute these essential oils in is a fat-based carrier oil. What does that even mean? A fat-based carrier oil is something like olive oil. It can be coconut oil, sweet almond oil, sunflower oil, any fat-based oil, right? So these come from seeds, these come from plants, and they are different from an essential oil because they're not necessarily aromatic, they're fat-based. And we use these fat-based oils because the chemical properties of essential oils bind with fats. So if you don't give this a fat to bind with, it's going to bind with the fats in your skin. And so what that can end up happening is you get irritation on the skin because it's too concentrated and it absorbs too fast into the body. So we put these into a carrier oil, a fat-based carrier oil, and what that does is it dilutes it and it provides a buffer for your skin from the oil itself. The other thing it does is because these oils are volatile and because they evaporate quickly, that fat-based carrier oil is actually going to make the evaporation rate slower. That's helpful because it keeps these oils on your skin longer if you choose to use them topically. So yeah, dilute these straight oils like this. You don't want to use these undiluted. We also call that neat, N-E-A-T, neat use. You don't want to use these neat on your skin unless you're doing that for a specific purpose for a very short amount of time, and you should make sure that the oil you're using is safe to do that. So have a purpose. Do not be using these neat. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is I'm going to mention some of these here, and there's other oils as well that I often hear people talk about ingesting, and I want to touch on ingestion for just a second. These are plant-based oils, so they do come from plants. Some of them are okay to ingest, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't unless you do it properly. And again, we're talking carrier oils, we're talking fats, we're talking dilution, and we're talking about being very careful about which oils you take. Some of these oils, I mean, because they are plant-based, they are basically the cousin to, or the brother and sister to, herbalism. And so we know that plant-based medicine is a thing. We know that herbs have an action on the body. We know that they have therapeutic purposes, and the oils also have therapeutic purposes, slightly different from their herbal counterparts, but they do have medicinal purposes. They do have medicinal effects on the body. Some of these can reduce blood pressure. Some of them can have an effect on blood sugar. Some of them can increase circulation. They can act as a blood thinner. And then other ones are actually antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antiviral. Now, these are all wonderful properties, but these oils are not intelligent. And so we have to be the brains behind the oils, and we cannot trust that these oils are going to be able to differentiate between good gut flora and bad gut flora. These oils are not going to do anything to protect you while you're using them. You have to do the things that you have to do to protect yourself when using these and be smart about using them. So I never ever will recommend ingestion for someone unless they're working closely with an aromatherapist who specializes in aromatic medicine, or you're working with a Norpath, or you're working with a doctor that understands aromatic medicine and plant-based medicine, herbalism, herbalists. These people have the knowledge necessary to understand dose, contraindications with medications, and safety issues like age, pregnancy safety, things of that nature. So I don't recommend ingestion. The other thing I want to tell you guys about the different ways of using oils that I think a lot of people don't realize is the way we use a product, the way we use a chemical, a medicine or an oil or anything, the way we use that is important. And pharmaceutical companies know this because they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars doing studies on the best modality for the drugs that they're putting forward, right? So let's talk for just a second about nicotine. So nicotine, these companies that produce nicotine, you can buy nicotine in a gum, you can buy it in a patch, you can buy it smokable in a cigarette, you can buy nicotine as a the rub, like the snuff pouches or just open cut snuff. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that we can absorb nicotine into the bloodstream. So it can go through our skin, we can ingest it, we can inhale it, we can absorb it through our tissue in our mouth. Okay, all of these different ways all of these different ways of using nicotine have all been tested, and they all have different absorption rates. They all get nicotine into your bloodstream at different rates, at different percentages. Aromatherapy and essential oils, herbalism, everything is like that. And so when we are talking about the best or most effective way to use aromatherapy, my general rule of thumb is going to be topical issue, topical use, everything else you want to diffuse. So, for example, if you have a skin issue, you can use the essential oil topically. If you have an emotional issue, then you want to do inhalation. If you want to get the oils into your bloodstream overall, then you're going to want to do inhalation. Generally speaking, ingestion is going to put you at about 90%, 95% of the chemical constituents will end up in your bloodstream. Inhalation puts you at 75%. Topical use, depending on where you apply it, is going to put you at 10 to 15% absorption into the bloodstream. So what do these numbers mean? Basically, they mean you get the active constituents of essential oils, the therapeutic parts of the oils, the chemicals that you want, the terpenes, the lovely stuff that causes the calming and the medicinal properties of these oils. You get those into your bloodstream via inhalation at nearly the same rate as you do through ingestion, with far fewer safety issues. So when we're using oils, your best bet is going to be inhalation. And I mean, it's in the name, aromatherapy, smell. Our nose is super powerful. Our nose is actually one of the first of our senses that we really began to rely on as early humans, because we had to know, we used our nose to determine, when the rains were coming, when was it the right time to plant, whether something that we were about to eat was toxic or rotten. And so we used our sense of smell in a very meaningful way as early humans. And even today, we continue to use our sense of smell in very meaningful ways. I see Carl's on. Hi, Carl. Hi, Amy. And so our sense of smell is uh, sort of like a modern day time machine too, right? I mean, so we still use our sense of smell to determine. I mean, how many times have you guys opened up the jug of milk and gone, no, it's sour. So we still use our sense of smell very meaningfully in that way. But we also have found that there's a connection, a very solid connection between our sense of smell and our sense of memory. And those two things are also intricately tied to our emotions. And so aromatherapy is a very helpful emotional therapeutic tool. And I'm going to talk a little bit about scent training. But scent training is a fantastic way to sort of use aromatherapy as an emotional tool, as a tool that you guys can use to improve your mood and also to just sort of help you relax and calm. Um, the the sense of smell, as we use it sort of like a time machine, right? So how I'm sure many of you, and you can let me know in the comments, how many of you have a smell that when you smell it, it elicits an emotion for you? Maybe it transports you back to a memory. Or it elicits a certain feeling in you of like happiness or fondness, or just like it's a way for you to escape when you smell something. I mean, art, listen, the scent industry, billions of dollars are being poured into manufacturing smells that elicit emotions in you. You walk through the mall, there's candle stores that have 50 bazillion flavors of candle. Each one is designed to elicit a certain reaction out of you, an emotional response, whether it's the smell of pine and cinnamon brings back memories of Christmas, or the smell of fresh linen makes you feel, like summery and light. So, these industries, was it is it Abercrombie? Abercrombie? Literally, that store, I feel like it's Abercrombie. I can't remember. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. But I think it might be Abercrombie, where they pump smell, like a lot of smell, into the store to make you buy more things. There's some stores that sell, like beachwear and things like that, and they'll pump certain smells into the store to elicit a reaction out of you to buy. And so this is a billions and billions of dollars are poured into manipulating your brain through your nose. And a lot of those companies are doing it with synthetic smells, but you can definitely do this with the natural scent, the plant-based oils as well. The cool thing about the natural scents as well is, again, because these are plant-based and they're the cousins of herbalism, they do have those therapeutic benefits as well. So while the smell of lavender itself may make you feel calm and happy and peaceful and relaxed, the chemical constituents in lavender also have a chemical reaction with your body to do that same thing on a biological level. So it's really, really a cool sort of double punch, a double therapeutic punch in that way. And for you guys that are just tuning in now, because I've got a few viewers, feel free to drop any questions in the comments. I'm just going to rattle on about oils unless somebody has a question. This is a Q&A, aromatherapy with me today. I'm going to show you some of my favorite oils and stuff as we're going. So lavender is my first one. We talked a little bit about that. Another single, so I don't know if you guys are how well versed you are in aromatherapy, but a lot of times you may hear people refer to like single oils versus blends. Single oils are essential oils that come from a plant, one plant. So the lavender flower, the tea tree plant. And so those are just one oil from one plant. We as aromatherapists will take those single oils and we will make blends. And those blends are designed with a specific purpose in mind. Tension headaches. Ooh, good one. Let me see. I don't have it here. I got you, Jen. I'm going to talk about tension headaches in just a second. So, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. So as aromatherapists, we take those single oils and we make blends out of them. We combine them together and we make a blend that has a targeted purpose. So you may find that there are blends for skin restoration, there are blends for relaxation, there's blends for energy. And these blends are specifically designed to take the active chemical constituents that we find in each of those single oils and combine them so that they have this sort of synergistic effect and they work better when you combine them together into these blends. Blends are also really easy for people to get started using. The reason I usually recommend people start with blends is because it can be quite overwhelming to have to navigate through, 200 different single oils to figure out which ones do what, when you can just buy a blend that's called Energy, and that blend itself has 4 or 5 different oils in it, and then you can begin to learn about those 4 or 5 oils, and if you like any of those ones by themselves, you can begin to buy those single oils and understand those oils. So we've got single oils and we've got blends. Jen asked the best suggestions for tension headaches. So a lot of people will go for peppermint for headache and pain. Lavender is also a mild pain reliever, so you could use lavender. Tension headaches are also a result of the muscle tension, right? So there's different kinds of headaches. And tension headaches arise from, this holding the shoulders and you know, just sort of needing to relax the muscles in the neck. And as the neck tenses, as the shoulders tense, it can cause those headaches here and also in the back of the head. So what we also want to do is work on not just pain relief, but also tension relief. And so I don't have it with me, but there's a blend that I have called, it's actually called Tension Relief. And it's a fantastic minty blend, but it's also very warm smelling. It's not real like bright mint. It's a very warm mint. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think that there is, let me see. Think that there is, let me pull up the oils for you. The oils in the tension relief, I think has copaiba. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, so in the tension relief, we've got peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary, spearmint, lavender, basil, ravensara, cinnamon, ginger, and Roman chamomile. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the tension relief bottle. I don't know if that's not gonna work, is it? Nope, not gonna work. Okay. Anyway, um, so tension relief, some of these oils in here. So peppermint, we talked about. Peppermint is a mild analgesic. It helps with pain relief. It can help with, provides a cooling, the menthol in it provides a cooling sensation. So wherever you put it, it's going to cool, um, as well as absorb in and relieve pain. Eucalyptus and rosemary are both wonderful respiratory care oils, right? So both of these oils are going to help open the respiratory tract so you can breathe easier. And the more we're breathing, the deeper we're breathing, the more appropriate we're breathing, the more correct we are in taking our breath, the more oxygen we're getting in our system, and the calmer we will be. Correct breath, correct breathing, and there is a correct way and an incorrect way to breathe, but correct breathing where you're taking deep belly breaths, that's going to calm tension. That's going to calm you down. So peppermint, pain relief, eucalyptus, rosemary, respiratory. Spearmint is another great one that's just very cooling, very gentle, very relaxing. Lavender for tension relief. Basil and ravensara for again, for respiratory care. Basil and ravensara are both really good for, particularly ravensara, I like for allergies. So it helps just sort of to clear the nasal cavity, helps with breathing. Cinnamon, ginger, Roman chamomile, these are all very relaxing, warming oils. And so they provide increased circulation, muscle relaxation, particularly cinnamon and ginger. Those are going to be warming oils that help reduce muscle tension by increasing circulation and softening the muscles themselves. And then Roman chamomile that's a favorite of mine as a mild sedative. It's a great one for sleeping. It's a great one just to sort of release the central nervous system and calm it. But yeah, so this is called Tension Relief. And this blend I have some of this in the shop. This stuff does ship. Like I said when we started the video, I have a full selection of oils, and I've still been doing mail order stuff. So if any of these oils we're talking about you want to add to a list, just let me know and I will get one started for you. I can ship your package right out to you. I've been doing same day shipping. So, but yeah, so tension relief is perfect for tension headaches. But yeah, what you want to tackle with those is going to be both pain and muscle tension, and central nervous system stuff. So neck, shoulders. The other thing that's really good for tension headaches, which I said I was going to talk about CBD in another video later this week, but I keep this tension relief roller, which is, it's a pain relief roller, and it is CBD, and this is excellent for any sort of muscle pain, body pain, headaches, migraines, tension headaches, tension relief, shoulder, neck pain, any of this stuff is the CBD coupled with the essential oils in here, because this does have essential oils and CBD in it. This is, here, I'll just read you guys the ingredients. Organic aloe leaf juice. There are menthol crystals, meadow foam seed oil, full spectrum CBD. There is capsaicin, arnica, a blend of essential oils, alcohol, glycerin, witch hazel. Really an amazing little product. It has a very cool mint scent to it, almost like a spearmint. It's definitely a spearmint. You can smell the menthol crystals, you can smell the spearmint. But this does a great job at cooling wherever you put it, and then also getting rid of that pain relief and helping with circulation and inflammation via the CBD. So that's another really great one for tension headaches. I use this on my lower back I have sciatic issues. If my massage therapist is watching, hi Patrick. But yeah, I have sciatic issues, and I use this on my lower back. I also use this for headaches and neck pain, shoulder pain, because I do a lot of computer work. So let's see what else we got. Some more questions. So yeah, the tension relief. Hi Megan. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, those are great for tension headaches. And I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think that blend, the tension relief blend, I'm pretty sure is $11 for the bottle. But you only use a couple drops, right? So dilution, we talked a little bit about topical use versus inhalation. For a tension headache, that would be a topical use thing. So you could make a roller bottle, you could add it to some hand lotion. You can just add it to some carrier oil in the palm of your hand and just massage on like a massage oil where you need it. There's a lot of different ways to use that topically. You can also add it to your bath, and we'll talk about baths in a little bit because I've got some other stuff I'll show you here that you're going to need if you're going to use oils in your bath. But you can use it in your bath as well, and it just sort of helps with tension relief. The other thing you can do for tension relief headaches, for tension headaches, or any sort of muscle pain, we want to increase circulation and relax the muscles. So a hot compress, you put some essential oils in a carrier oil where it hurts, and then you put a heating pad on top of it. It'll help drive those oils in deeper, and it'll help reduce muscle tension as well. Relax away with the heat. While we're talking about muscles, I want to talk about 2 oils. The first one is Muscle Aid, which is this one here, and the other one is Rapid Relief. And these are, I'm going to do my beauty hand. I'm so not good at beauty hand. I don't know how these girls do this beauty. Rapid Relief. Is it working? Ugh. And Muscle Aid. So these are 2 blends that I keep, again, in my medicine cabinet. Rapid Relief, which is the gray bottle. This one here is $12 for the bottle. This one here is fantastic for circulation. It's a blend of warming oils, so it helps with circulation and it helps with muscle relief, like muscle tension relief. It's a blend of peppermint, clove, laurel, black pepper, cinnamon, ginger, German chamomile, juniper berry, and thyme. So all really excellent circulation oils and warming oils. Muscle Aid is a very basic blend of wintergreen, camphor, and pine. And so this is just straight up pain reliever. This is an excellent pain reliever. It's very strong. And this is an older bottle. It's got the regular lid. Plant Therapy has actually started making this with a childproof label, a childproof cap on it, because the wintergreen is very, very strong and very, very powerful pain reliever. And so this is definitely one you'll want to 100% dilute. Both of these are fantastic. These are also both really nice in the bath as well. So there's those 2. Listen, any of these are good in the bath. I'm not even going to try to, they're all good. I love these in the bath. So, yeah, so those are 2 circulation oils. The Rapid Relief is 12, and Muscle Aid is 9, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's those two. Circulation, Pain Relief, we touched on. I started talking about relaxation with lavender. Let me see what else I keep here. Oh, here's a cool blend. So this is a blend called Energy. So if you remember me saying earlier, some oils are for relaxation, some oils are for pain relief, and some oils are energizing. And this is a blend of energizing oils. This is a blend of oils that perk you up, wake you up. They're uplifting, they're calming, but not sedative. They're just uplifting, calming, happy oils. Energy is a blend that I love putting on in the kitchen when I'm doing dishes, or just to give that nice sort of happy smell in the house. I have 3 kids and 2 dogs, so sometimes it doesn't smell happy, but this is a great blend for sort of bringing in some better smells. So this is a blend of orange, peppermint, lemon, ginger, eucalyptus, and geranium. It's very, I wish you guys could smell this. It's minty and citrusy and just sort of very, it's very fresh and warm smelling. So this is a great oil. I don't know that I would necessarily use this one in the bath, just because usually when you're taking a bath, you want to relax. But this is a great one to like pop a few drops on a washcloth while you're taking a shower in the morning, or add to your body wash, or add to your face wash. These are all great oils for that. Okay, yeah, Jackie's dropping off. Sounds good, Jackie. Yeah, just send me a message. So that's the energy blend. Let's see what else we have. While we're talking about, oh, here's another blend. This is my man cave blend. So this is called Wood Spice. There's my beauty hand. It's not like, I'm really bad at this beauty hand thing. Wood Spice. Wood Spice is a really cool blend that reminds me of like a man cave blend. This is the one that 9 out of 10 men that come in the shop looking for oils end up walking out with one of these because it's such a cool blend. Very earthy, very grounding, very, yeah, earthy and grounding. Patchouli, hoewood, lemongrass, clove bud, and ylang ylang. Just as a sidebar, not that we need more Scorpios in the world, but I love you, Scorpios. This has ylang ylang in it, and ylang ylang is an aphrodisiac oil. Patchouli is as well. The hippies of the 60s and 70s knew what they were doing with patchouli. It's a deodorizer. It's an aphrodisiac. It's a very earthy, romantic oil. If you hate patchouli, you may not like this blend because it is patchouli heavy, but the ylang ylang puts a very floral, sweet note on top. And the lemongrass is a very strong smelling oil. So when you smell this, what you really smell is the undertones of earthiness with lemongrass and ylang ylang just sort of popping you right in the face. It's a really nice blend, very uplifting, great for spring, but still very calming and relaxing. So that's a good one as well. Let's talk health and wellness for a minute, I think. Okay. Let's talk health and wellness for a minute. I put some oils out here. I want to show you guys real quick. I want to remind you guys, if there's an oil or a blend that you really, really love, I usually carry 10 milliliter bottles in stock, but I can get 30 milliliter bottles. I can get 100 milliliter bottles. I can buy it by the drum if you want. Not that anybody has a use for like a 55-gallon drum of oil, but I'm just saying, I'm not judging. So if you love an oil, I do have some people who buy eucalyptus and lavender from me in 30 milliliter bottles, which is the difference between a 10 mil and a 30 mil is this. So a 10 milliliter bottle is going to have about 200 drops of oil in it, and that's a 10 milliliter bottle. We'll have about 200 drops of oil in it. The 300 milliliter bottle The 30 milliliter bottle is going to be 3 times that. So you get 3 times, and it's 3 times the oil, and it's usually nowhere near 3 times the price. So it does benefit you guys if you buy in bulk, like buy the larger quantities, if it's an oil that you guys really love. So I want to talk health and wellness for just a second with these. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you see people talking online and saying that essential oils can cure coronavirus, that it can get rid of it, that it can save your life from impending doom of this virus or any virus, you need to just unsubscribe to that because it's not true. These are lovely oils. They help support your immune system. They help support your wellness. But you have to have very strong, high quantity of essential oils at a very unsafe dilution for them to have any sort of properties that can help with actual germ killing. So we want to be real careful with what we're doing. This is not these oils are here to help you. They are not here to cure you, and they are not a substitution for appropriate medical care. So while I'm talking about these things, keep in mind that these are great for supporting your health and wellness. They can help alleviate symptoms, but they are not going to they're not a fix-all. They're not going to fix everything for you, and they're not going to just make you healthy like that. So I just want to keep it real here with you guys and make sure that you're not misled into thinking that these are some sort of magical cure-all. Because they're not. But they certainly can absolutely help manage symptoms. They can support your immune system. They can help with reducing stress and anxiety. And we all know that stress and anxiety weakens the immune system, which makes us more susceptible to getting sick. So all of these things can be helped through the use of essential oils. So for a second here, I want to talk about symptoms, and I want to talk about how I use these 3 bottles of oil, which are Respiraid, eucalyptus, and tea tree. And I keep these 3 oils. I'm going to throw lemon in here too because I do use lemon there are therapeutic purposes to lemon that I think is really cool. So I do want to talk about that. And do I have another one? Respiraid, eucalyptus. Okay, so all right, so the first thing is I've got 3 single oils, eucalyptus, tea tree, and lemon, and then I have 1 blend. So the Respiraid is the blend that I want to talk about first. And Respiraid is a blend that was formulated to help with respiratory care. Whether you are a runner and need help with breathing clearly and openly while you're running, or if you have a cold or some sort of sinus issue or a respiratory issue, Respiraid can help clear congestion. It just helps you breathe easier. It is a blend of eucalyptus, pine, peppermint, lavender, spruce, cypress, and marjoram. And all of these oils are excellent for respiratory care. It's really kind of cool if you look at a tree. It kind of looks like our lungs and the blood vessels in our lungs. It's kind of a cool comparison. Our bodies very much mimic nature in a lot of ways, and so it's kind of cool when you realize that and take a look at that. But yeah, so you can use this. This is one of those oils that I recommend using. Using for inhalation, right? So this is an inhalation oil. And for inhalation, there's a few different ways you can do. You can do inhalation. They make these, I don't have any in front of me to show you guys, but they make these little inhalers. I have glass and a glass aluminum, and I also have little plastic ones. And they have a cotton wick inside, and you just put your oils right on the wick, and then you put it into its container, pop the lid on, and then you have just a little sniffer. You guys are probably familiar with the Vicks personal inhalers, or the Vicks like sniffers, the nasal tubes. That's kind of what this is. But you're putting the oils in them, and the oils are all natural, plant-based, and so you're getting a bit of a healthier dose of respiratory care going with your own personal inhaler. And that's also, the personal inhalers are kind of cool because you can carry them with you and you can use your oils. You can get the therapeutic benefits of your oils without walking around smelling like eucalyptus and peppermint without walking around smelling like Vicks Vapor Rub, and this very much smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. It has a very, very Vicksy smell. That's a word. I'm making that a word right now. A very Vicks Vapor Rub smell. So it allows you to get the benefit of your oils without walking around actually smelling like them. And you can use your personal inhaler as often as you need, as often as you want. The other way that you can wear oils and so that you can smell them is just putting them into a carrier oil and using them on your hands, or wearing them like you would in a hand lotion or a chest rub. Particularly for the Respiraid, a chest rub is excellent. So you can just add the essential oil to a little bit of olive oil and just rub that right onto your chest, right onto your lungs, and so that'll absorb right in. It's also going to be right here so you can smell it. And that's what we want to do. That topical use on your chest is going to give you both the respiratory absorption right into the respiratory tract, but it's also going to give you that smell that's going to go right into your lungs as well. And so you can use Respiraid that way. If you're out and about, there's also jewelry, and I grabbed a couple pieces of my diffuser jewelry. So one of these, this one is leather, it's not real leather, it's like a vegan leather, synthetic leather. So this is a leather-ish, leatherette, whatever you want to call it, bracelet. And this here is a stone one. And so lava stone is what we usually use for diffusing essential oils. And we use lava stone because the lava stone is, and I don't know if you can see it up close or not, but lava stone is, you can see all the little holes, the little crevices, holes, cracks and stuff in the stone. That porous nature of the stone, even though it's solid, it is porous. And so the oils will go onto the bead, and then they percolate into the crevices on the stone and they dry there. And then this will diffuse for you throughout the day. So you can wear jewelry, whether it's a necklace or a bracelet. You can use jewelry and put your oils on here, and then these will smell for you throughout the day. And it's just as simple as putting a drop or two on one of your bracelets or on a necklace if you want to wear a necklace. But jewelry is also a real nice way to wear your oils, and the jewelry allows it to act as a perfume for you as well. You know, I'm not judging if you want to walk around smelling like Vicks Vapor Rub. You do you. But yeah, so that's one thing you guys can do is jewelry or topical use. Sorry, I lost my thing. So I lost comments. Give me a second here. The other oils I want to talk about. There we go. Okay. So that's Respiraid. Respiraid is awesome. Respiraid is. I had a price on that. Just a second. I just got a bunch of Respiraid in, so if you're interested in that, I just got a shipment of that. Price on that is gonna be $9.95. So for a 10 ml bottle, it's $9.95. Excellent respiratory care oil. Here's the 10 ml bottle of Respiraid. So that's a great one. Again, an easy to use blend, ready-made, has all of the oils in it that are going to be awesome for respiratory care, all working together. The other oils that I like to use are eucalyptus, tea tree, and lemon. And so these three oils are great for cold and flu season. And they're also really great for allergy season, and they're also really great for treating sinus infections or upper respiratory sinus-related viruses, illnesses, stuff like that. Lemon, that's not lemon, lemon dries up the sinuses. So if you have someone who snores, lemon is really good at helping reduce snoring by reducing inflammation and drying up the sinus area. Tea tree is my go-to oil for sinus infections. I don't know if any of you struggle with sinus infections or not, but this is one that I use for sinus infections. I use this topically and aromatically. So I will pull either put a couple drops on a washcloth and put it in the sink, or I will and run some hot water and kind of do a steam. Or my husband likes to swab his nostrils with tea tree diluted in olive oil. He'll swab up in his nostril, and that keeps that tea tree up here and it fights the infection. Tea tree is fantastic for fighting viruses. It's also a really great one for using on the skin as a disinfectant. You don't want to use a ton of it, but it's really great for that. Tea tree is also excellent for bugs, lice. You can add this to your shampoo. The one caveat with tea tree is keep this away from your animals. This is a neurotoxin for dogs. That's my caveat with this one. And you want to keep some of these other oils away from pets as well because they can be toxic. And then eucalyptus. I use eucalyptus a little less than I use some of these other oils, but it's still an excellent respiratory oil. One thing I want to point out about eucalyptus for you guys is there's two different kinds of eucalyptus that most people talk about, Eucalyptus globulus and Eucalyptus radiata. And so if you have little ones at home and you want to use eucalyptus, I'm going to suggest you use radiata and not globulus. Radiata is going to be a little more gentle, but it's still going to have that same respiratory effect for you, the respiratory benefits. Globulus is great for kids age 6, 7, 8, and up, and they usually tolerate the regular Eucalyptus globulus pretty well. So that's those three. These back. And I want to talk a little bit for just a second about skincare and the difference between. I also want to show you guys roller bottles. And let's see what else I have in here. Okay. So roller bottles. Okay, so skincare. Skin Restore is one that I keep in my beauty toolbox. I love this oil. I add this to moisturizer that I use on my skin, my eyes. And this one here, it just helps decrease the appearance of scarring and wrinkles. It can help heal those things. You know, the earlier you use this for scar tissue, the better. But it's just a real nice skin healing oil. It's just a blend of lavender and neroli. Both of those are beautiful floral oils. If you guys know what neroli is orange blossom, and it's real musky. It's not real floral. This is a real musky blend, but I like it. It's a nice one, and it's very good for skin. If any of you guys have teenagers, Zit Fighter is good at rebalancing the skin's oils and healing the skin. And so blemishes like zits, pimples, and stuff often occur from like bacterial stuff. They can also occur from like imbalance of skin oils because of hormones. This just helps to rebalance and reduce redness, reduce inflammation, and reduce the appearance of the oils and stuff. It just helps rebalance it. Here, I'll just read. It says, blemishes form as a result of changes in the bacterial environment of the skin. The essential oils in Zit Fighter help to rebalance skin and reduce the appearance of redness, helping skin look clearer and healthier. So this is just a really great one. It's in coconut oil, so you can roll it right on your face. This one's already diluted, pre-diluted. And this is a blend of geranium, grapefruit, cedarwood, peppermint, rosemary, chamomile. And so these are all great oils at helping to reduce inflammation, reduce redness, and sort of calm the skin. I already talked about Skin Restore. The other one I want to talk about for skincare is Itch Away, and this is one of the kids' safe oils. The Itch Away is really good for bug bites. And so we're coming into spring, the weather's starting to warm up, we're starting to get the bugs coming back. And so this can help reduce the pain and itchiness associated with bug bites and things of that nature. It is a blend of copaiba, lavender, spearmint, palmarosa, patchouli, turmeric, and rose. It's a really nice blend. I like it. I keep it in the roller bottle because it's real easy for me just to grab it and roll it right on the kids if I need it. And so this is another one that I sort of keep in my medicinal toolbox. Last but not least in my oil list is Calming the Child. This is probably one of my absolute favorite blends. This is one that I personally like using in the bath. Let's see if we've got people watching. So Calming the Child is a blend of mandarin, tangerine, lavender, and Roman chamomile. And this is such a fantastic oil. It's so calming, so relaxing, so amazing smelling. I love this one in the bath. I will put a few drops when I take a bath. It's safe to use with kids. This is again part of Plant Therapy's Kid Safe line, which is really a cool line if you're not familiar with it. Plant Therapy worked with Robert Tisserand, who's one of the experts in the aromatherapy industry, to formulate their Kid Safe line. And basically, the Kid Safe line is an easy way for parents to know which oils are safe to use with your kids without having to put much thought into it. The Kid Safe line is it's comprised of a series of blends that have white caps and white labels. And it's also marked on all of the single oils. So let me show you lavender real quick, and you can see on the lavender oil right in the front, I don't know if you guys can see that, it says Kid Safe right here. So that Kid Safe logo is also on any single oil that is safe to use with kids. And the age range that they put on these blends and these single oils is ages 3 and up. So it's just a real quick way for you guys to see which oils are good to use with young kids and which ones you need to take more caution with. But calming the child's a great one. So let's talk about baths, because I was going to show you guys and teach you guys how to properly use oils in your bath. So a lot of people, there's a lot of information out there on how to use oils in the bath, and some of that information is not correct. Who's surprised? There's a lot of information out there. Basically, anytime you're using essential oils in your bath, you want to make sure that you're using a dispersant. Okay, so the dispersant is a big word for make sure that your oils actually mix in with your bath water and they're not just floating on top, right? Basic chemistry, oil and water will not mix, so you can't just go shaking essential oils into your bath water because they're just going to float on top. Now, this may not be a problem with lavender for you, but if you go throwing peppermint or something like that, you're going to have, it's going to not feel great on your skin, on your private bits. So the way what I usually recommend for people as a dispersant is pure Castile soap. And Castile soap, lots of companies make Castile soap. Plant Therapy makes it. I carry it in the shop from Star West Botanicals. You can get Dr. Bronner's. I like unscented Castile soap because I use the essential oils and I don't want the smell to interfere with my essential oil smell. But Castile soap is just a very basic soap. And it's a liquid soap. It's not, I don't know if you guys can see, I mean, it's a real liquid soap. It doesn't have surfactants in it, so it doesn't bubble. It doesn't have any foaming chemicals in it. It's just pure soap. And so when you add your essential oils to the Castile soap, the Castile soap grabs those oils and pulls them throughout the water. So what I tell people to do, and what I usually do with my baths, is I will get a cup, like just a glass or a cup, and I will put Castile soap in, and then I will put my essential oils in. Generally for a bath, you're probably looking at, I use about 10 drops of essential oil or less, depending on the strength of the oil, depending on, so some oils are more mild than others smell-wise, and so the stronger the oil, like something like a wintergreen is going to be really strong, so I would use fewer drops. But somewhere between 5 and 10 drops is probably sufficient for your bath. I put that into the Castile soap in the cup, and then I dump that into my bath water. And you will notice the first thing, so you're not surprised, when you put the Castile soap into your bath, it's going to turn the water milky color. That's normal. That's what Castile soap does when it hits water. It turns milky. You can also add Epsom salt. So I talked earlier about some essential oils that are both warming and circulatory, sort of helping with circulatory issues or helping relieve muscle tension and pain. And so with the Epsom salt, you can amplify the properties of those. Always want to use the Castile soap because the Castile soap is what's going to take those essential oils and distribute them through the bath. The Epsom salt, though, I always add Epsom salt. And Epsom salt is high in magnesium. So with high in magnesium, magnesium is a great muscle relaxer. It's also a sedative. And so if you struggle with sleep issues, magnesium's awesome to add to your bath to help with sleep issues. Magnesium is much safer to take than some of the other, over-the-counter sleep medicines. While I'm on the topic of sleep, CBD is also very excellent for sleep. Low doses of CBD causes drowsiness, and so it's another great way to get some rest. Okay, and so that's my oils. But I want to talk also. I want to show you guys some of the stuff I just got. I just got these today, so I'm excited about these. And I only have a few of these. Look at these little bunnies. So you guys know I sell herbal teas, and now is a great time for stocking up on herbal teas for wellness, and making sure that you guys are taking care of your immune system and taking care of your health and wellness right now. And herbal teas are a great way to boost your immune system and sort of keep you running smoothly. And there's one herbal tea blend that I carry in the shop. It's called Stay Well. And it is a blend of a few different herbs, including lemon balm, echinacea, elderberry, lemon. All of these are really fantastic herbs for health and wellness and for immune system. But these little chubby bunnies are so cute. I really, really like them. And they're really, I have one in my tea mug here right now. When they're underwater, they look like they're holding their breath. It's so cute. But these are silicone tea infusers, and I'll show you the inside. So these are pure, just sort of basic silicone. And they're little bunnies. I only have a few of these. I have pink, and then I have this blue color. And so these are really awesome. I don't know if you can see inside my tea mug. Maybe not. This is the Stay Well tea. So you guys can see it's a loose leaf tea. And basically you just, when you're using loose leaf tea, if you've not used it before, it's not hard. These tea strainers make this so simple. So you basically just take the lower half of the little bunny or whatever tea strainer you're using, and you fill this with loose leaf tea, and then you just put this back on. There's holes in the back, there's holes in the front, there's holes in the bottom, and so you just drop him in some hot water. The air will come out of here, and this will fill with water inside the tea strainer, and then the tea will infuse out through the holes in the strainer, and that's how you get the cup of tea. It's like a tea bag, but it's not paper or anything like that. It's silicone. So this is reusable. This is fantastic. Just wash it. You can reuse it as much as you want. You can even let it just sit in your tea. Like I never take mine out when I'm doing tea. I just leave it sit in there, and I just keep adding hot water until I need to change the dry tea out. But these little bunnies are so cute. So I have Stay Well tea at the shop. I've got a few of these bunnies. I also have leaf-shaped diffusers, like leaf-shaped tea infusers. And I also haven't shared yet, but I just got a whole huge shipment of strawberries as well as butterflies. So I have butterfly-shaped tea bags. I've got the bunnies now. I've got strawberries and leaves. I have all sorts of fun ways to drink tea. And so, if you guys are interested in getting some Stay Well tea, I have like 2 pounds, I think. I think I ordered 2 pounds of this tea, so I have a ton of it. I have some other teas as well. I'm happy to share those with you after I'm done with the live here. I'll post a picture of what I've got. But yeah, so I've got some herbal teas. Herbal teas are $10 for 4 ounces, and our tea infusers are $5 each. So for $15, you can get enough herbal tea to last you a few weeks if you're drinking it every day, and a super cute little bunny. These are perfect for Easter. How cute for your tea lover. So I think that's all that I wanted to share today. So if you guys have questions about essential oils, if you guys have questions about aromatherapy or tea, I'm going to go on later this week to talk about CBD. And so hopefully you guys will tune in for that. And if you need anything, message me. Like I said, I'm doing orders online. I'm taking appointments for virtual shopping. I don't know if you guys saw the post on that. So virtual shopping is you basically send me a message and I video chat with you at my store. So I walk around with you. I can show you all the stuff that we've got. You can sort of let me know what you're looking for, and I help you find it, and then I ship it right to you. I've been going to the post office in the evening, filling orders around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock-ish, and then spending the rest of the day kind of just getting everyone's orders organized and stuff. So do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have questions or you'd like to place an order. Any of the oils that I talked about today, I have in stock currently. I have other ones as well. So if you see something on the website, getwelloil.com, just you can either order right online. Not everything I carry in the store is online right now. So if you are looking for something in particular, I've been sending invoices. I'm trying to get my website updated. It's a struggle. So if there's something that you're interested in buying, just let me know. I can shoot you an invoice to your email. You can pay right online, and then I ship. So, okay. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Be well. Wash your hands with Castile soap, maybe. Take a bath. Chill out. Relax. Stay at home and enjoy the time that you have with your friends and family that are close to you. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon, guys.